Hi guys, so it's Wednesday. Um, I haven't done a video in maybe a couple weeks. We got back from Denver this weekend, so that's why we haven't been filming. I didn't film while we were in Denver because Sophia was having a procedure done, and I just, I don't know. I didn't think that was appropriate. I've never really filmed while we're in Denver. Like, I've taken pictures when she's in the hospital and stuff to like do updates on her page, but so the update on, so far we haven't gotten any results back, and if you recall from our last video, Sophia had to be put under anesthesia. She had to get an endoscopy and a colonoscopy. So we went to Children's to get that done. She had to have a cardiac anesthesiologist do that. So we went in, and it was all, at first it was kind of a mess. So she had to have a rapid COVID test done before she could have a procedure. They're requiring that before all procedures. And I guess there was some kind of confusion on like how that was supposed to be done, because when we got there, there's a person outside of Children's Hospital that asks you, like, do you know where you're going? And for the appointments, like we always knew where we were going for her annual appointments in May, but this time we weren't exactly sure. So we said that she's supposed to be getting a rapid COVID test, and then she's having a procedure done. And that person told us that we were supposed to go, they had like a drive-through testing across the street, and they were like, oh, you need to go across the street to the drive-through site. And we had already parked and everything. And so we just walked over with Sophia's stroller, and then they said, you have to have an appointment, and we don't have Sophia's name on here. And so we were like, and I looked up the messages that I had gotten from the nurse for the procedure, and it said that, you know, we're arranging Sophia's rapid COVID test. So when you get here, like we were supposed to get there at 9:30 to 10 for the rapid COVID test to have enough time to bring back results. And her procedure was supposed to be at 2. So we were there way early. And so they didn't have her on there. And they gave Eric, because he walked by himself over there just in case, because there were people driving over to that testing site, and if they thought they had COVID. They gave him a number to call. We couldn't get through any line, so I tried to call the nurse's number. I couldn't get a hold of anybody on there, so we went back over to that lady, and we went into the Children's, and then there was a nurse in there because they have a bunch of nurses in a row at the front of the doors to test your temperature and ask you a bunch of questions before you can get into the hospital and make sure you're wearing a mask and stuff. And then he started making calls to try to figure out what was going on. And we had already been like trying to figure out how we were going to get this test done for like half an hour. Finally, he got a hold of either the nurse that I had talked to or somebody up in the procedure area, and he figured out that the rapid COVID test was going to be done in the procedure area, and we weren't even supposed to be like going back and forth between this drive-through site that we had been walking over to. So then we spent some time like walking around like Children's too, because we were told to go different areas. It was a whole mess, because they're just kind of like they're a little all over the place because of everything that's going on. Like I don't know, but it took we sat for like an hour waiting for one of the nurses to come and get us so we could go up and get the testing. And we were stuck in the room until we could get the results from the test back, which was awful. Sophia was so upset when she got the COVID test done. They stick, I mean, I'm sure pretty much everybody's seen like how they do the test because, you know, the news shows it, but they take this Q-tip and they stick it like way up, and it goes up to like here in your nasal cavity, and they like swirl it around for, I think they said 20 seconds. She was so upset, but it was negative, but it took an hour to come back, so we were stuck in there. We thought that we would have enough time to get her usual 6-month abdominal ultrasounds to check for Wilms tumors that we do, and then we needed to get a pelvic x-ray done for her orthopedist to check for her dislocation thing that we've talked about in other videos. We thought we would have plenty of time because we got there at 9:30. But we really did not have a lot of time. We left and we tried to get downstairs to radiology, and there were a ton of people waiting. And when we got in there, they said that they changed their policy. You have to have an appointment for ultrasound. But x-ray had 5 to 6 people in front of us. And so we weren't going to have enough time because it was already 1 and we had to be back up there by 2. So we just went back up to the room, and it was a whole thing. But we also couldn't go back with Sophia as she went under, and usually parents are able to go on, back into the like procedure room or operating room with the kids as they go under, so they're not as nervous. And Sophia was already upset because, you know, she doesn't like nurses and doctors, just because she's been poked. They've said mean things about her. She just doesn't trust them. And right out the gate, they stuck a huge Q-tip up her nose. She was not happy with them. So they brought in somebody from a program called Child Life, and she is not a nurse or doctor. They are just there to help if the parents can't be with them, to make them more comfortable. So she brought in like this, I think it was like chapstick or something, I don't know, but to like make her mask smell better for the anesthesia. And then she also brought in an iPad, and they played Queen for her while she went back into the procedure room and as she went under. So we didn't get to go all the way back. We went to the doors with her, and then she went with her with the music. And Sophia did really good. The night before the clean out procedure was just, ugh. She was so uncomfortable because we had to start it. I started the medication like maybe a little halfway through our drive because I didn't want to start it like in the morning. The recommendation is in the morning, but we were driving for 5 hours, and Sophia, you know, the whole reason why we're doing it is because she's had diarrhea since the end of January. So she already has that problem. We didn't need to have that driving for 5 hours. But everything worked out. She was just really uncomfortable. But she got out, and the nurses were really great. They actually found a way to get us in and get us to ultrasound and x-ray right after she was done, while she was still kind of groggy. She wasn't happy, but I don't even know if she remembers like going into these places. She started to fall asleep during her ultrasound. When they put her on her belly, she started to snore. So we got all of that testing done while we were in Denver because I was nervous about going to our local hospital. They're just not as, this town just isn't careful in general, and going to this hospital would have made me really nervous. But Still waiting for results, all of that. Just the same, we're still waiting for results. We stayed the day after to monitor her vitals and everything. She did really well. She had some nausea right after the procedure, like in recovery. She started to gag, and then she was okay, and then she started to gag a second time, and we set her up, and the biggest booger I've ever seen came out. I think the COVID test must have, oh my gosh, the nurses were even shocked. It was, holy cow. But she did really well after that. And we came home Sunday. But yeah, she had her first official telehealth visit with PT. They've been doing check-ins, but they were only approved to do like 15-minute visits up until now. So she had an official like hour visit with her PT yesterday. And I guess speech hasn't been approved for telehealth yet, so she's still only going to be doing check-ins for now. And then for some reason her OT, I guess the front desk person said that her OT just went through and like discharged a bunch of her patients, and so Sophia is discharged from OT unless we go in and have an eval, and I just don't feel comfortable doing that. Our town had 14 new cases in one day, and our town wasn't that big, and people aren't wearing masks and doing what they need to do in our town. So I don't feel comfortable taking Sophia in right now. But yeah, so other than that, I mean, Sophia's starting to wake up. We don't really have a ton. I don't think we're going to be doing much today. We might try to watch Scoob. We were going to watch it the day after she had her procedure, so she would, you know, be cheerful or whatever, but she slept most of that day. She was still like out of it from the anesthesia, so we might watch it tonight, but I don't know. This has just been like the longest year ever. I don't know about you, but that's how I feel. But yeah, I think, I don't know if there's, oh, and Sophia's glasses should be here soon. So hopefully, at least in like the next video, we'll be able to show you guys in her new glasses. She's so cute. She's getting purple glasses and she looks adorable in them. It's just, we had to, get the glasses, and we had to measure her pupil distance ourselves and then send them back to the place, because the only place that could do it is in Denver. And the person was really nice that arranged it with us. It's just, it's been a whole like ordeal to try to get this done for her. And I got new glasses. Finally, I haven't gotten new glasses in like 2 years. And I've had like thick glasses since before Sophia was even born. So it's been kind of weird to have like thin glasses, but yeah. So I'm going to get Sophia up and get her dressed, but yeah. So Sophia just woke up, and her glasses actually just got here right before she woke up. What do you think? She looks so cute. And she's been looking at everything. When we walked out, she wanted to do a full 360 around every single place in the kitchen and in the dining room. And when we got into the living room, she wanted to look at everything. This is so cool. Yeah. Little cheeker's red from napping. Tried to... Oh yeah? You look so cute in your glasses. I tried to look through her glasses and... Sister, you have some blurry vision. Whoa! What are you thinking? This is so cool. Just in time if we watch a movie tonight. You'll get to watch it through your new glasses. You're looking super cool. Got your mermaid. You gonna lick her tail? Fully ghost. Mwah! You're so cute. What do you think? Oh, it's so cool. Yeah, can you see so good? Yeah. Oh, goodness. I stretch it out. She got tomato frames, so they're 4 toddlers and kids. And they're like, oh. Toots are late. They're like super break resistant and everything. Yeah. And they come so you can clip off parts of the sides to make them shorter, which we had to do because you're petite. We did that before we sent them back to put the prescription into the frame. And then they sent her prescription back, so I'm gonna go on to the, I think, what is it, Zenny? I just got sunglasses for myself that are prescription because I've never had prescription sunglasses and I need them. So I'm gonna go on and get her some prescription sunglasses too. Huh. Yeah. It's so cute. Because she is so sensitive to the sun. No, eyeballs are sensitive. Getting used to the glasses. Oh. Can't believe they got here so fast. They just called me yesterday to tell me that the glasses were done. She was like, oh, you can come pick them up anytime. It was a person that I haven't been talking to. I was like, we don't live there. You guys were supposed to send them to us. Yeah. There's Skittles. How buggy. I got him a Central Perk mug and then a Chinese food toy. The mug looked better when we got it. Ooh. But I'm gonna finish cleaning and then, yeah, I was in the middle of cleaning when the guy came to the door. But I was excited to get her glasses on and she just woke up. So I put them on her and brought her out so she could see everything with her glasses on. Wink, wink. What? Not gonna smile anymore? What you gonna do? So cute. Uh-huh. Oh, you know it. Just rolling your eyes at mommy. Yeah, the girl. Oh yeah. Good job. We're doing. Oh. You silly. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, you mean mugging.